Hello everyone and welcome to Collection Reflection. Today we will be taking a look at Scorpion from the Spider-Man Retro Carded series. Before we take a look at the figure, let's check out his packaging. Here we can appreciate the nice artwork as well as this nice illustration of the character. He's got a scorpion sting, you better watch out! If you're curious as to where I got him or how much he cost, this sticker should give you all the information you need. Taking a quick look at the back, we can see the same illustration from the front, as well as this throwback to the early packaging. I wish they would have spoken more about his tail as an action feature rather than just having this outline of the character. But they do include a short little bio in several different languages. That's enough about the package. Let's dive into the figure and check out his sculpt. The first question that comes to mind when I bring Scorpion in for a closer look: how many times has he been punched in the face by Spider-Man? His nose looks a little bit wonky, and maybe it's just my copy, because his nose looks fine in the illustration. But on the figure, it looks like he did a 30-meter dash and a 20-meter gym, if you know what I'm saying. The second thing I notice is how clean the paint is. All the details from his eyes to his teeth and even the mask that he's wearing are very well done. The paint lines look crisp, and I'm a big fan of this color scheme that they chose. It seems that Scorpion's color scheme is made up of 3 separate greens, a lighter, a darker, and a much darker green. But the much darker green can only really be found on his mask. I like the sculpted lines throughout his battle suit, and you can see that goes all the way down even to the tippity tip of his massively long tail. I do wish the stinger had more of a unique design to it, but it looks pretty faithful to the illustrations. Unfortunately, even though he is one of the newer figures, he's basically a repaint and a re-release of an older Scorpion, so he's not going to have his butterfly joints or any pinless joints. He's also missing an ab crunch, but that's understandable due to how big and hefty his tail is. Let's see if he can move as well as he looks. Going into his articulation, he's going to have a ball joint at the head that allows for a little bit of tilt and a full 360. He has terrific back movement, which will be great for those crouching and lunging poses, and he can look down very well. His shoulders can move out a little bit past 90, as well as rotate 360. Is a very tight bicep swivel, terrific double jointed elbows, and a swivel hinge at the wrist for both his left and right hands. His diaphragm joint is able to go 360. There's virtually no forward or back movement, but he does have a 360 at the waist as well. He can't do a full splits outwards, but the range is good enough. He can kick forward very well, but back not so much. He has a very well hidden thigh rotation that will allow 360. Very nice double jointed knees. His boot swivels were so tight that I wasn't even sure if he had them or not. And he has decent ankle range. Not the best pivot though. The wire is flexible enough that you should be able to coil it around other action figures. Even with his outdated articulation, I think this figure moves very well. He's still able to pull off the pose. But it is important to mention that he is quite back heavy. Now that I've retrieved him from the abyss, what do you say we look at some comparisons? Starting off with a couple of Spidey-Man villains, we have Marvel Legends Hobgoblin and Venom. Scorpion is about to the shoulders of Venom and roughly the same height as the Hobgoblin. From Marvel Legends, we have Iron Spider-Man, and from G.I. Joe Classified, Snake Eyes. Next to a couple of Transformers, we have Voyager class Dinobot and my former Scorpion stand-in, the Deluxe Class Scorponok. Next up we have a Lightning Collection Snizzard and an Injustice Doomsday. Moving down to some 4-inch scaled figures, we have from the Final Faction a Synthoid and General Diabol. And from DC Spin Master, another 4-inch line, we have Bane and the Joker. Finally, we have the dirty orange noggin himself, the head of Pumpkin Wrapper. Sometimes I choose a figure to review based on the fact if I've been able to enhance them or not. And other times, I like to just review figures that I find really cool, and I just want to share my opinion on them. Scorpion is one of those times. Even though he has no accessories and outdated articulation, his wired 16-inch Scorpion tail more than makes up for both of those facts. He also has really great neck range as well as firm and sturdy joints. Since I don't have the previous release of Scorpion, I can't tell you if this is worth buying again or not. But if you're like me and you haven't had a chance to get your hands on a Marvel Legends Scorpion, this is definitely a great opportunity to do so. So is this a figure that you should collect or reflect? I'd say this is a figure definitely worth collecting. But even though I don't have any enhancements in mind to make, maybe you do. Let me know in the comments down below, what have you done to this figure to make it more enjoyable or more fun? I want to thank you all so much for joining me today. If you have any advice on how to make my videos better, please make sure you let me know in the comments down below. If you decided that you enjoyed this video, do me a favor and share it to someone else who you think might feel the same way. And if you're interested in more action figure photography or action figure reviews, make sure you subscribe and follow me on all these platforms. I hope you all have a nice chuckle today, and take some time to be kind to somebody. It could really change their life. I'll see you next time.